And this is Just Kidding, brought to you by OutspokenGents.com. What is your worst airplane experience?
I mean, but I'm glad I didn't because they can't find my fucking bag, man. So I'm just sitting here. Luckily, I packed like an extra T-shirt and an extra pair of pants, an extra pair of shorts, gym shorts, just because I was like, for whatever reason, if I shit myself, gotta have it.
God forbid I shit myself.
or if it gets really sweaty on the plane, which it was. This was by far the worst plane situation that I've ever been in, hands down. Like, to get to the airport, it was supposed to be like a 20-minute ride, if that. I think it's like 14 minutes max, 20 minutes Uber. It turned into a fucking 35-minute, 45-minute fiasco on the highway. Then I get to the airport. I got fucking Inspector Clouseau fucking running the fucking bags, you know.
Party five.
Take
your shoes, your laptops out of your bag. Take your shoes off.
No, idiot, you can't do. Like there was a French family of like 8 in front of me. Like it was nonsense. So I couldn't get anything fucking done. Then they tell me, oh, your flight's leaving in 20 minutes. You better hurry up. And this is coming from the same guy who fucking took 45 minutes to get me to the front of the line. You know, like by the time it was my turn. So now I'm rushing there, and I never rush to the airport. I'm very smart when it comes to going to the airport. I have very good airport etiquette. I know the ins and outs of when to be on time.
Yeah.
And this whole fucking situation. So now I'm fast walking. Not gonna run yet.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
run at the fucking airport.
I'm not a fucking weenie, you know. So I do a very fast walk, and I get to the fucking gate. And as I get to the gate,
walk like a valet guy walk,
like a valet guy walk. Right.
Get your car really quick, but you're not gonna tip me more than $1. So I'm gonna.
Right. I watched you park the car right over there. You're not gonna get any.
Yeah.
You're not getting that much. I could have done that, and you know that. If you guys didn't block off half the fucking parking lot. Anyways, so here I go, walking up to the line, and I got this other family that was right behind me doing the same exact thing, except they're running. You know, not a jog, not a fast walk, but a full fucking run. And his wife is fucking just trailing way behind. She would have had no chance.
He's scaring 3 babies.
Yeah, she would have had no chance. She would have never.
He's got his laptop bag and that's it. She's carrying 3 bags and 2 rollaway suitcases.
She's got a duffel bag around the neck.
Yeah, but
she got a duffel bag in the front and a baby in the back.
Right, everything's tied together with yarn.
Yeah, exactly. Know? So we're all running to this fucking gate, and the gate's fucking delayed another 35 minutes. The problem is that my connection flight was I only had roughly 30 minutes to make it to my connection once I got from Florida to Georgia. So here I am looking at the fucking lady, and I'm like, hey, there's only 30 minutes that I have to get onto this flight. And they looked at me and they smiled and they said, you'll make it. Smiled at me. I said, that's funny because if you do the math, she's like, yeah, it'll be tight.
It'll be tight.
I said, okay, that's cool. So I just looked up the flights for afterwards and they're all sold out. Ooh, yeah. I said, should I be getting on this flight if you guys can't confirm that I will have a flight to get home? No, you should definitely get on this flight. I said, what if I get stuck? She goes,
no chance, sir. No chance.
She goes, probably not going to get stuck. So now I'm there another 30 minutes.
Like she's a professional fucking time whisperer. You know what I mean?
That's exactly what she did.
Yeah. She's air traffic control.
Mother time. She's mother time over here.
Exactly.
So then here I go. And now I'm sitting there for another 25 minutes, 30 minutes sitting there. And I walk up to her. I said, remember those 30 minutes you're talking about? Those are gone now.
We're not even boarded. We're not even on this fucking plane.
You guys haven't even let the fucking people off yet. And she goes, sir, we're doing the best we can. And I said, ma'am, I need to get some fucking answers pretty soon here because I'm just gonna go the fuck home if I.
Where was your back up real quick? Where was your connection flight in? What, you like fly through Atlanta and then to Houston?
Yeah. They fly you to the very top.
I've heard terrible things about Atlanta.
Atlanta is horrid.
Atlanta, they're just like anything flying through Atlanta or Orlando is always delayed.
Right. It
You
is.
know, just a big cluster. You know,
Yeah.
same thing with like O'Hare. And I haven't heard the same thing about O'Hare. I'll take that back. But Atlanta, I've heard terrible things about. Anyways.
Yeah. So here I go. You know, now they're unloading the flight. You know, and I mean, these people are getting off, and they're sending us right on there. You know, I don't even think they fucking wiped anything down. I'm gonna be honest.
No, they never do.
They couldn't have had the time to do that.
Yeah.
So anyway, so they rush us back on this flight. We get on the flight. You know, and I'm sitting there, and I'm like, all right, man. You know, this is gonna be good. This is gonna be good. A little hot on this flight. You know, what's going on with that? You know, now here I am twisting up the little knob.
Your little nazi? Yeah, your little nozzle.
Yeah.
Hey, there's nothing coming out of my schnoz.
Yeah. So then that one, it didn't work. It didn't work for about 10 minutes. Okay, now we fly. We get to Georgia, whatever. You know, I was sweating on this fucking flight. You know, I just fucking had to, you know, run across this other airport. Now I'm in Georgia, and they're like, okay, yeah, your gate's at B27. I said, where am I? They're like, E.
Yeah, you're gonna have to catch 2 trams and a trolley.
You're gonna have to take the tram all the way back over there, sir. And I said, okay, I have to get on this flight in 15 minutes, is what they're saying. The lady goes, good luck. Real nonchalant. Good luck. Like, I'm gonna go home tonight. You're not.
Like, hey, you maybe like whisper over to them, like, hey, this guy just landed. Can you hold the plane for 2 minutes? You know, can you help me out here? No.
So
Nope.
no. There's 8 of us.
Good luck. She gives you a little pat on the butt.
Yeah. So there's 8 of us. There's 8 of us flying from Florida to Atlanta, and 2 of them were in a wheelchair. So they obviously were gonna get that flight. I wasn't.
Yeah,
those guys, they just strap her onto a gator or whatever the fuck those little trolley things are, and they just whiz them across the damn airport. Here I am, about to break my own fucking leg.
Yeah. Actually, yeah. Okay, so that's one thing about the airport. If I could just interject 1 second. Have you noticed that over the last couple of years, all of a sudden, there's now a longer line of people in wheelchairs so they can get on the plane first? Hey, guy, if you want to go sit on that hot, stuffy fucking tube for an extra 3 minutes because you feel like you're more important than the next person, or than maybe the elderly lady who actually needs help, I'll give you a perfect example. I was at Dallas Love Field probably a month ago.
Yeah.
And there was like 7 or 8 people who actually needed a wheelchair. You could see.
Yeah.
And then there was this one, I won't name race or anything like that. There was this one couple of chicks. Okay, nothing wrong with them. Girl had an ace wrap on her ankle. She had an ace wrap on her ankle. And she's sitting there in the wheelchair and with her friends like right behind her. Like there's like 9 of them that all board at the same time. Only one girl's got the issue. I'm like, all right, stop that off fucking plane for an extra 25 minutes, be my guest. So I get on the plane. There's no seats available. I'm like one of the last people on the plane because I don't like sitting there. Like I don't care if I'm like priority A, B, or C. I know I'm getting a middle seat. You know, so I'll spend my time in there. Oh yeah, last call. Okay, no problem. I'm hopping on now. You know, I travel light.
Right.
There's no seats available anywhere except for in between the two. The one girl that was pushing her and the other girl that had an ace ankle. So I sit down right behind. I was like, "Oh man, what happened to your ankle? I saw you get on early." She's like, "I tripped.
I sprained my ankle.
I put my headphones in so fast. I was like, man."
I don't have time to talk to you about this right now.
I was being a smartass, and then it ended up pissing me off. It backfired. Anyways. So yeah, you barely you catch little trans and
right. So I caught them all right, and I'm trying to figure out, you know, what the fuck, why the fuck isn't this working, you know, or why hasn't that plane taken off yet? And I'm thinking maybe they got bullshit on this flight too. So then I finally make it to my gate. There's nobody there. It looks like they've already closed up. They've already closed up the you know, the plane, the plane or whatever. So then they open it back up and they let us on. They let me and like another 2 guys on. So now here I am. I get on this flight. Now this flight is really hot. This flight is like not okay hot. This is, you know, sweating like a whore in church, like You know,
Like if
there
the
was-
last one was Sahara hot, this one would be like hell hot.
like I walked in there and my shirt, like I was looking at people with like just drenched shirts.
Yeah.
I
walked in
here we-
there and immediately started professing my sins.
Yeah, I felt like Matthew McConaughey on Sahara. That's how I felt. So I was freaking the fuck out. I was like, all right, so what's up with this play now? What we got going on here?
Yeah.
And so still nothing. Nobody's on the intercom. Every single person's twisting the little knob. You know, I'm sitting next to this German guy. He's freaking the fuck out. Schwitzen.
Ja, schwitzend hot out here.
Sehr, sehr heiß.
Don't know about air conditioning. It's a German invention from the 70s.
Yeah. He goes, do you want me to go onto the plane and fix it? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a mechanical engineer, asshole.
Yeah. You know, little side note, I'm German, so I was speaking German with this guy. Anyways, so this fucking guy sitting next to me, and he's freaking the fuck out. Like, he's already been on 3 flights today himself. He got delayed. He had to stay the night in another place. He hated his life.
Yeah,
so I'm sitting next to this guy. He's complaining.
Yeah.
They put me in a window seat. Everybody knows if it's hot on the plane, that's the last place you want to be is a window seat. I prefer an aisle. I always have liked an aisle seat because if I need to take a piss, I can take a piss any point in time. Plus, I have the least amount of people I have to talk to. The middle seat has to talk to probably both people, you know, if they want to be talkative. And then the window seat definitely has to at least talk to the person that's, you know, in the middle. So
yeah, you got the looky-loos trying to look out the window, and they keep
I'm one of those people too. That I don't even want to see what's out there. You know, I just want to take a quick little, you know, tiger snooze in the middle of the day on my flight. You know,
slap that shade shot. Just
order myself. I ordered a what's it called? It's called a Lincoln. It's called a Lincoln Limeade. It's Tennessee whiskey. It's one of those Jack Daniel shots, and then a margarita mix with the lime. It's really, really delicious.
You're talking about like a Lynchburg lemonade.
I mean, I guess that's what they call it. But on Delta, fuck you, Delta. On Delta, they call it a Lincoln Limeade.
Ooh.
Yeah. So it was all right. It's what I usually get. But anyways, so here we are. We're sitting on this plane. Now we start backing up. Everybody's on. We're backing up. No fucking AC still. Now we've backed up and everybody's on the plane like, hey guys, you guys know it's hot?
Yeah.
So everybody starts doing that thing. Man, I wish someone turn the air on, you know. And then
yeah, right. All those little subtle digs. Yeah.
And everybody starts pressing the button. Hey, I know, you know, that there's no AC on. And then this lady, one of the flight attendants, she goes, ma'am, I know it's hot. We're all very, very hot right now, but we're just gonna have to deal with it. And one lady goes, I'm not.
Right? Gets up, starts making a scene.
Yeah, she goes, I'm not going to deal with this. And then she goes, hold on, I'm going to go talk to the pilot. Now, because of Sally, you know, Sally with the loud mouth, which is fine, because of her, they went ahead and they put the plane back in the gate.
Oh, no.
And then they had someone come and work on it. Now, I don't know what makes me more sketched out. The fact that this guy came in with a big old thing of dip in his mouth, where he looked like he couldn't see out of his right eye.
Yeah.
Or the fact that his tool belt consisted of like a screwdriver and a hammer, and I know that the job he was about to perform didn't need either. So it
a little bit more than a screwdriver and a hammer, but this guy walks on like
he knows the fucking place.
Yeah. He's Union. He's got it down. He's got the schematics in his head.
Oh, it's a Boeing. I got this one. Let me just
knock this thing loose. I've been working on these things since before you were born, son.
Yeah. So he gets on the plane, and he starts this fucking. He finally gets a little AC on. By this point, I'm gonna be dead honest, man. I had a drenched shirt.
Yeah.
I had a drenched shirt. The guy next to me, he had a drenched shirt. The lady next to us, drenched shirt. Most of these people got on an airplane, and you have to remember, because this is how most girls work. Most girls, or just people in general, will get on a plane with a hoodie on.
Yeah, 100%.
Because they think it's going to be cold.
Yeah, well, because once you get up into the air, it's not necessarily air conditioning; it's just airflow from outside. And the air is way much colder outside. I feel like if everybody would have shut up and sat down, you get up in the air, it would have cooled down a couple of degrees before you landed.
Right.
My opinion, could be wrong. I don't know.
This was a really hot plane. You know, I've dealt with a lot of hot planes in my life. This one was unbearable. I got to the point where I almost wanted to get off, but I had already, you know, ran a fucking marathon. caught 3 fucking trolleys to make it to this goddamn thing, and paid my shillings. So we get there. I got to sit there, and now this German guy, he wants to talk to me this whole time, and which is fine. I don't mind it, but their conversation is very always, out of this world. He wants to talk about most random things that I don't care about, especially after you've been just sitting in a hot ass plane. I don't have the time for that.
Yeah, so anyway, you're more of a no pop guy or like a full pop guy?
Yeah, he's like, yeah. So what did you do in Georgia? Did you have a good time? No, I didn't have a good time. Oh, I had a decent time in Georgia. I had a little bit of time to go and get a little food. I don't know if you've had it before. Panda Express, I think is. And I'm like, God, I don't want to talk about that.
Burger King?
Yeah, wie heißt Burger King? Yeah.
Burger King?
Yeah, so he's talking to me, he's bullshitting, and this whole time, and I got my AirPods in, and I'm one of those guys, and I'm pulling it out every couple minutes, and I'm like, great, and I stick my fucking pod back in, and then
yeah, Spreckens and mind your own fucking business, buddy.
So literally, this is the type of shit that I'm sitting next to, and then it gets to the point where I'm like, maybe he doesn't think I'm listening to anything, so I said, let me put a movie on.
Yeah.
I put a movie on my phone, right? And it's a complimentary free movie that they give you. It got a little bit of Wi-Fi. They don't give you text message. They give you text messaging and like one free movie, and you can get it on your phone, which is kind of nice, especially since they don't have any fucking TVs on these Delta flights. Anyways, so I'm sitting there. This guy next to me, he's got white Air Force Ones, and they're completely tanned out. This guy's definitely not going to have any fucking, like, he looked like he ran through the Saudi Arabia desert before he got on this flight, so it didn't look like he had any AirPods, any headphones, nor did he have a cell phone that would probably work. So I put my phone down on my tray, and there he is just glancing at it. Glancing at it, just the whole time staring at it. He's like, what's that?
Yeah, what movie?
And then I looked at him, and I said, you okay? He goes, yeah, I'm just lip reading. I laughed so hard because I was like, you fucking Germans, man, you guys are so nosy. Can you get out of my phone right now? I'm trying to watch Dumbo in peace, bro.
Yeah, right.
You can't lip read because it's Danny DeVito. You can't lip read that.
Yeah, right.
Get the fuck out of here. You can't read Danny DeVito. Anyway, so
smartass has been like, you want me to turn the subtitles on for you?
That's what I did. I tried to be a smartass, but the subtitles were only in Chinese. What do you want? What do you want? What do you want, Delta?
What's going on, Delta?
So, okay, and so now we're coming back, and we finally touched down, and, everything seems like it's going to be okay, and I'm just trying to get the fuck out of this airport, man. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to run to my fucking, get to my car or whatever. No luggage. I don't have my bag. This is the first time I've done a check bag in a very long time, because I usually don't go anywhere for that long. I feel like I can usually just take a carry-on. Even if it's a little heavy, I don't care. I'll deal with it. Sure. I'd rather deal with it than, for whatever reason, lose my fucking bag. Well, yeah. Delta, once again, you have done the best job of letting me down, and they lost my bag. And they're like, your bag will be there tomorrow morning by 9 o'clock. I said, great. Cody, it's 1 o'clock. 1:30. Well, about to be 1:30 in the afternoon right now. I'm not seeing my bag yet. I luckily packed enough clothes to get me through, and that's that. So that is by far the worst fucking airplane experience I have ever had in my entire life.
Yeah, that sounds pretty terrible. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's one thing after another.
Yeah, no, that sounds just like, never mind. Like, I would just, you know what? I'm not flying today. I'm gonna stay in Atlanta. I'm gonna start a new life here.
Right. Country music, and fucking shitty groups where I'm gonna be living at for the rest of my time. I guess I'll just listen to the Outkast and Florida Georgia Line for the rest of my life. Thank you, guys. For
sure. No problem.
You ever deal with anything similar like that?
No, man. I've never had anything that bad. Truthfully, I've never had anything like even remotely that bad. I mean, I've had some, like, some shitty people I sit next to, or like I've told the story before about the dude who like took his shoes off and was like
wisping his socks around,
like stabbing me in the back of the elbow with his foot because he put his feet up on like my armrest from behind me, and it was I had to get ding 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 ding.
Get this.
Hey, can you take care of this for me, please? Excuse me, sir. Do you have any more of your Lotrimin Ultra? Because I need it for my elbow. Some tough actin Tinactin. Anybody?
Yeah, I got athlete's elbow. How did that happen? Because this guy's cutting me with his fucking toenails.
Yeah, right. When was the last time you trimmed those bastards, huh?
Yeah, you got a chainsaw for them fucking things?
Yeah, geez Louise. But no, man, I've never had anything quite that bad. Like, I've never even had anything where like I've like missed a flight or something like that. I've cut it close before, where I can't, stop and grab a bite to eat before I leave. Close, but never like, oh my god, I'm not gonna make it on my plane close.
I've always tried to be the guy who, I don't give myself a whole lot of time to be sitting at the airport because there's nothing that I can't stand more than the people that are at fucking airports. But I also I always cut it to where if all three of those things had to happen yesterday for me to have a bad day on that flight, oh,
for sure.
All the stars aligned perfectly, and it was just the rain and everything. I never thought we were even gonna leave, truthfully.
Yeah.
I've had a few flights. I flew to Germany a couple times, and I've had just these fucking the craziest Germans on airplanes. I mean, to the point where they're like, I had one guy, he took off his shirt, he unbuttoned his shirt, and he's just in the middle of the fucking aisle, and he dusted it off a little bit, and we're all just sitting there like, the fuck is this guy doing now? Granted,
sit down, buddy.
It's a 13, 14 hour flight, but like I don't need you to be like wisping up the air right now with your BO.
Yeah, right.
That's an NO.
That's an NO. That's a big negative, Ghost Rider.
Exactly. So
you are not cleared for a flyby.
Fucking A. I mean, Germans are the type of people who they'll sit next to you and they'll just stare at you because they have nothing better to do. They're just like, you seem interesting enough. Your life looks like it's garbage. Let me stare into your soul for a little bit and see what's going on. See how long it takes you to get pissed off. I've had people next to me. I've had a small child throw up next to me, which I don't know if you've ever dealt with, but they're never really good at putting it in a bag.
Yeah, my whole thing with the children thing, because I was the same way until I actually had a child that I had to take onto a plane. Mm-hmm. Okay, that parent is fucking horrified the moment they step on the plane at how their child is acting. So any comment or sly thing that you tell them, they've told it to themselves 19 times over. They're freaking out. They're making sure they have 94 snacks, 19 activities, coloring books, everything.
Yeah.
You ever seen somebody come onto a plane with a kid? They have a kid and they're wheeling like a whole wagon full of kid shit. Yeah, a whole trolley full of kid stuff, okay?
Yeah. Uh-huh. Because you just want them to just shut the fuck up for that hour and a half flight.
Well, just please, don't necessarily shut the fuck up. But be quiet. Please be quiet. Like, ask me questions. Yeah, no. But then she's but then like even my daughter, she's halfway through the flight, she gets curious. If she doesn't fall asleep, she gets curious, so she pops up, starts looking around, looking at the seat behind us, looking at the seat in front of us. She almost took some guy's headphones off one time, and my wife's an angel, but she'll just usually like let her go. Like she's a 3-year-old. What is she gonna do? Like if you're gonna get that upset about a 3-year-old being on the plane, then you got bigger problems than I do. But
right.
I'm the other way where I'm like, stop talking to people, turn around, like sit down, please stop talking. Like it's gonna be okay, and but it's something we're learning to live with.
We had about, truthfully, like 4 kids. We had 4 kids on this flight, on the hot one, and that was really sad because obviously they needed to be cooled down soon. And Delta didn't give anything away for free. I mean, they finally came around once the AC got turned back on. They're bringing around waters. Like, you missed your opportunity for waters, but
here's a complimentary water. Hey, why don't you just go ahead and pound it right out your ass? Okay. Complimentary water. Okay.
Hey, here's a complimentary water that's in a really awkward cup that your daughter, who is 2 years old, could definitely drink. Enjoy this. Yeah, because the
Oh,
milk and shit that you just brought on, or whatever you just brought on, is definitely not going to be cold
definitely
anymore.
spoiled. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
So I mean, it was just, but when I say it was hot, Cody, like I have been in some hot situations. Like I thought someone was gonna have a stroke or
Yeah.
just like pass out. Yeah, because it was bad, bad. I mean, I
You're
was sitting
handing
there.
out complimentary water so nobody passes out on them.
Yeah,
Make sure
literally.
these people don't die back here.
And like the even the pilot, he'd get on he'd get on the microphone or whatever, and he'd just be like,
How,
"Hey, hey
how's it
guys,
now, folks?
hey, just so you guys know, it's hot up here too."
Yeah.
You guys,
guys
it would have been cool if Delta would have been like, hey, everybody that got on this plane, here's a free check bag, that'd have been cool, something. But I mean, I didn't even get a free check bag, and they lost my fucking bag.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They don't give anything away for free. I would rather, and I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna probably regret it later because they're gonna fuck me one day. But I'd rather fly Spirit. I'd rather fly Spirit than fly with Delta again.
I would absolutely, dude. Get yourself a Southwest credit card. Get yourself some Southwest points going. Okay, and fly Southwest.
Southwest is great. I know.
Southwest is perfect.
This flight was $116, and I guess I should have expected this for $116. But does that mean I spent $116? Does that mean that everybody else in the flight spent $116, or like they were just trying to fill seats?
They're just trying to fill seats.
Exactly. So I mean, some people paid probably $300-400 because they don't care. This is the best part about this flight too. This flight had the safety what's it called? The exit rows. What is that called when where they need help if whatever, a plane crash or something happens. What's that called?
I don't know. They need help if a plane crashes. I'm not sure.
They have a special row on every plane over the wing that you can sit in.
Yeah, it's an emergency row.
Emergency row. Anyway, so the emergency row, those people have to go through a whole thing. There was 6 old people
sitting in the emergency row.
Yeah, and they were all white males. Like they all look like they just came out of like a long time golf.
Yeah, they're at an NRA meeting.
Yeah, exactly, an NRA meeting. Exactly, they're just these old, frigid white males all sitting in all of the fucking rows. And I'm gonna be honest, man.
Well, I got a bum hip. Does that count?
I watched this one guy use his whole hand like a mouth to try to zoom in on a screen that wasn't zoom inable. And I said, that guy's not going to help me off that fucking plane. If we crash and we land in some water, that guy's not going to fucking be able to help me. I almost wanted to just be like, one of y'all beat me in an arm wrestle challenge. Let's go. I'm just going to knock it out because I need one of those seats ASAP because I can't sit next to this fucking guy anymore.
This German guy anymore, yeah. What did the German guy end up doing for a living and all that? Do you know?
So apparently he's like a repairman. That's why I guess he made the joke. He works on a certain tool company. I didn't get the name of it. I asked him if it was this thing called Festool because we use Festool every once in a while, and it's a good construction tool that we use. They have a bunch of power tools and just bigger tools that are help for cabinets and whatnot. But I asked him, like, what exactly do you do? And he's just like, oh, it's more for like, we fix like machines that are broken down, like some of the I guess cabinetry machines and shit like that. So I guess that's what he did. It was nothing like cool. He didn't have like a cool job. I mean, he's constantly away from his family and shit like that. So I mean, he just gets to travel the world. But apparently, he says that he doesn't fucking like it. So I don't know. This guy. I mean, he just wanted to talk about his really boring job sometimes, and I was like, I got Dumbo on right now. There's the Danny DeVito part. I gotta watch it.
Yeah, I'm really trying not to fall asleep to Dumbo right now.
Yeah.
If you could just leave me alone.
Well, on top of it, the entire time I spent on the flight. Now, granted, it's only an hour flight. It only takes me 2 hours. This is the best part. It only takes me 2 hours to fly from Florida to Texas, where I'm at. 2.5 hours, roughly. I think last time I flew, it was a direct flight. It was 2 hours flat. They saved some time. So this time around, I started at 3:00 in the afternoon, and I didn't get here until 11.
Oh.
Is right. we had it set up to where I didn't have any, we had it set up to where like the flight would have taken me 4 hours, which is fine. I mean, that's I know that the Georgia airport has got, it's got really good food. They have a bunch of different food places in there. They have a bunch of different varieties. So I was looking forward to that. But fuck, man, like I had no time to do dick out there, and it was just fucking boring. I was just constantly rushing. Then I get to a gate. Then they're like, "Oh yeah, you guys are about to leave. Never mind. You guys are gonna show up 45 minutes later. You guys are gonna get on this plane." So I don't know. It was probably one of the worst experiences. Still waiting for my luggage.
Sounds like a rough trip. Yeah, for sure.
So nothing in there would have made them not put my fucking bag on the goddamn flight. Besides just somebody not paying attention to their goddamn job. And I'm gonna be honest, man. I had enough time to sit there and look out that fucking window when I was on fire. Everybody on that ground wasn't doing anything. Not a single person out there was doing. I watched the guy pick his nose about 3-4 times. I hope he got it, whatever he was digging for.
Yeah, right.
Those
guys aren't out there doing anything.
Well, and so like the worst part about this was when I was on that fucking flight. While I got this German guy talking to me, I'm shifting around every 2 minutes. I'm just trying to get my shirt to not be wet angemore.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to cool down, man. And then by the time I got off the flight, my back was still kind of wet. Like the small of my back was still wet. And I was like,
yeah, like the butt crack part of your back. Yeah, I gotcha.
So it was just,
you got like that swamp ass going on a plane. Probably. That sucks.
Probably, yeah. I mean, I wasn't down there like sniffing around for it, but props. Yeah, probably a little duck butter at the bottom there. Little duck sauce.
Little duck sauce, little duck confit.
Yeah. So I mean, it was bad, but I mean, shit happens. Fuck you, Delta.
I'm glad you're safe. I'm glad you're all right. I'm glad you lost a couple of pounds. Yeah, right. I'm glad you lost a couple of pounds on that plane.
Holy shit! God knows I need it.
Yeah.
I got off the plane. First thing I did. One more thing. I told this guy. I said, "Hey." He goes. You know a good place to get some food around here in Texas? I said, "Yeah, go to Whataburger." He goes, "Was a Whataburger?"
What's a Whataburger?
He goes, what with a burger? The burger.
You gotta like write it down.
I want a hamburger.
Yeah. You go get yourself cheeseburger.
So I said, no, it's called What a Burger. He goes, yeah, I do not understand. What about a burger? Yeah. I said, no. The place is called. It's one word. What about a burger? You got me.
You fucked up. Yeah.
I said, what a burger, and he goes, okay. I said, you don't sound very confident with that. Okay.
Yeah. The crazy American told me what about the burger.
He told me something about a burger, I think.
Yeah, he called his wife. He was like, what about the burger? Yeah.
Do you know about the burger?
Yeah, do you know about the burger?
So, I mean, that was the first thing I did when I got off the plane. I said I didn't eat all day because I thought, one, I would get to the airport quick enough to where I could get food. Two, get there, sit down, eat some some very overpriced Wendy's or something.
Yeah, dude, give me a $9.50 Baconator. Yeah. I'll take it every time.
I don't care because I'm at the airport and I'm going to show it off.
Yeah, I just spent $50 on a large French fry. I'm cool. Yeah.
So I mean,
when we flew to Vegas with our daughter, we got Wendy's exactly, and I was like, or it was Burger King, and I was like, yeah, let me just get a double Whopper with bacon. $13.
$13.
I was like, what? What? Yeah, does that come with fries? No.
No, that doesn't come with fries. That's a. Oh, you want to make it a small? $18 now.
Yeah. Oh, you want the meal? You want the meal? Okay, no problem. Multiply that by 4.
They got a calculator. Divide the fucking drop. Take the 9. Put it.
The 1. She's like sitting there counting on her
Just
finger.
Give me your card. Just give me your card, and I'll see what your lucky number is today. That's how it feels every time you get over there. Those guys, they don't deserve the fuck.
Did you just put in cash back on that, or what's going on?
Yeah, sign this W-9 form real quick for me. You'll get a check in the mail in about 6 to 8 weeks. It'll be
a program, sir. 2 Whoppers.
Sir,
serve it really quick.
Yeah. Oh, you want a milk for your daughter? Yeah, that's about $20.
By the way, we're gonna call you in 24 hours. Can you just say that service was a 10? Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I got you. I'll be right there.
The survey was a 10. Okay.
Yeah. Fucking horde people.
Well, dude, glad you're back. Glad everything's good.
Yeah. Back in the swing of things. Now, I mean, whenever my bag shows up, I guess I'll have all my things out here, or at least the things that I need, so everything will be a lot better. That was the biggest problem about being, last time I was out here, I planned for, 4 or 5 days, packed for 6, ended up being here a month. So now I at least have a month's worth of shit, but it's probably only going to be 2 weeks because that's the way my life works.
So are you going back and forth?
Yeah, I'm going to be going back and forth.
Spend a month here, month there type of deal?
A month here, 4 or 5 days, that's what I just did. I just spent 4 or 5 days out in, Florida. It rained the whole fucking time, so it was all right. It wasn't anything funny or it wasn't anything fun. It was just really fucking boring. I had a couple boys over. I had a couple girls. Just did the damn thing. But yeah, now I'm back here. It's very sunny. It's
sounds
tropical.
Like a fun party. Sounds like a fun party. Couple guys, couple girls.
just enough to get by.
No, man. Just a little heads up. I think we're going to Galveston at the end of August. Awesome. Maybe early September, and we're getting like a big Airbnb. I want to see if you can join us.
Yeah, that's like 30 minutes
for one of the nights.
Yeah,
or just swing in and see you. I want to see that little lagoon that the shop is on. That looks fun. That looks like a good time.
Yeah. Hold on. Oh, you can see it.
I can see it. But yeah, there you go.
Yeah. The water looks like shit right now because it's just the way.
Oh, I don't swim in that water.
Oh, I would never swim in this water. It's horrid out here.
Yeah. Think all the chemicals EP used to clean up that oil spill aren't doing anything to that water? You're crazy.
Right. It depends on what I'm doing tomorrow.
Get out of that water, your asshole will start talking to itself.
Yeah. Depends on what I'm doing tomorrow. I might be going fishing. So I think my buddy's going to be coming over here. My buddy that, he's been living in Austin and now he's going to be coming over here and hanging out for a little bit. So we'll see what's going on with that.
Sweet. Yeah. Well, hey, thanks, folks, for listening. This has been another episode of Just Kidding with Johnny and Cody. Make sure you follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Outspoken Gents. Go onto YouTube, comment, like, subscribe to our page. It really helps with the algorithm and popping up other people's recommended videos. Us popping up on other people's recommended videos. So yeah, help us get that taken off. We're also on SoundCloud.
Guys, please.
We're also on SoundCloud and Apple Podcasts. So again, drop us a review, a comment. If you guys want to hear us talk about any kind of topics, feel free to reach out to us. I'm at Cody Herzog on Twitter. Johnny is at
mine's at Johnny_Texas OG.
Yeah, so Johnny's at Texas_Johnny OG, whatever. You heard it from him first. Yeah, you heard it from him first. But yeah, that'll wrap it up. We'll talk to you guys next time.
All right, bye.